Hi everybody, it's Mr. Gray here. Thank you so much for another great week with your students. We have a few announcements to start off this week. The first one is next week is a crazy week because of conferences. So scheduling wise, that means Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday are all a 1:05 dismissal. So school ends at 1:05 each of those days, and Wednesday there is no class at all. Conferences are going on throughout the week. Everyone has a conference scheduled. With me, it's for you, the parent, to be there and the student to be there along with me here in the classroom. Of course, as you come up, you might see a conferences going on and wrapping up, but just please be patient as we kind of finish up each conference, and then we'll get you in as fast as we can. If you have anything that you want to address before the conference, sometimes it's helpful if you tell me ahead of time. Many of you might have already filled that out when you signed up for the conference, but if something has come up since then and you just want to send me a quick email right before the conference or like a day before or a few days before, that's really helpful just so I can be as prepared as possible. Your kids will be talking about some of their reflections on the school year so far, and then we'll have a lot to talk about all together as we set some goals for the rest of the school year. Another thing that's coming up next Thursday, November 2nd in the morning at 8:25 is our writing celebration for our personal narrative. So the kids have been working on personal narratives. They're going to be able to read them out loud to you. We're going to all meet in the classroom right about 8:25 in the morning. So get here right about the time school starts. Make sure to check into the office, please. And so you get a little sticker so we know that you're here, and then you can come back and just kind of wait outside, and then I'll call you in once we're ready. We'll have a few things to go over, and we'll be able to celebrate your students' writing, and that'll be really fun. Another thing happening next week is Halloween. It's Halloween on Tuesday. So the kids will have a Halloween parade here on campus on Tuesday. They can wear their costumes for that day. They can't wear any scary costumes. They can't wear masks. There can't be weapons. So that limits it a little bit, but otherwise you can wear costumes at school that day, and there's some activities planned at school. So that should be really fun. In reading next week, we're going to wrap up our units in theme. So we're going to review some of the work we did with theme last week and the test that we took. And the kids are going to be collecting ideas about themes as well as evidence in the book they're reading, Tuck Everlasting. So on Monday, we'll review theme a little bit, and the kids will have their last group discussion with their group all about their big ideas from Tuck Everlasting. Throughout the rest of the week, the kids will work on theme together with Tuck Everlasting. Then they will be critiquing the author or adding some ideas about what the author could have done alternatively. And then they'll also be working on a reader's notebook page for Tuck Everlasting. I'm going to continue reading The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. The kids are really enjoying it so far. In writing, as you know, the kids are finishing out their second personal narrative. So we'll be publishing that and reviewing it and then getting ready for our actual day on Thursday, where you're going to come in and we'll celebrate your writing. If you haven't had a chance to RSVP for that, you can on the updates page, our first, like the website that comes up, our class website. There's updates right in the front, and there's an RSVP link there where you can RSVP if you haven't yet. Next week, if we have time, because it's such a short week with everything, we're going to finish typing the essay the kids are writing about why King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella sponsored Christopher Columbus. And we'll also start to look at other European explorers, and we'll talk about the incredible distance that they were traveling. So we think of it now as a plane ride, but at the time, no planes. Ships were slow and cramped and in very difficult conditions. So we're going to kind of discuss those, and then we'll get into these other European explorers. In math, the students are going to take their first CML test not next week, but the week after, and so we're going to focus on persevering in problem solving and different strategies to solve CML type problems. In science, the kids will go see Mrs. DeMarco in Science Lab, but not a lot of time for anything else. Our leadership habit for next week is to be proactive and take initiative. And our hero for the week is Gelji Sherpa, who was a Sherpa on Mount Everest during an expedition, and he saved someone in quite a dramatic fashion, so you might hear about that. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you all at conferences, discussing how wonderful your students are, setting some goals for the rest of the year, and just getting a chance to see you and chat with you and celebrate your kids. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon, both at conferences and hopefully for the writing celebration. All right, bye-bye.